Hello, this is Sage, the Balloon Sage, and today's tutorial features a Deluxe Stewie Griffin from Family Guy balloon model. The head sculpt is a bit tricky, as you will be pitting yourself against the most unwieldy of balloons, a 646. Not to fear, however, for the rest uses 260s, 2 reds for the jumper, a yellow for the shirt, and a blush 260 for the hands. The only part that uses a 350 is the shoes, and that'll be a pale blue. But Balloon Sage, you say, I don't have a blush 646 or a pale blue 350. Well, fear not again, because at the end of this video I'm going to show you the version that uses only 260s. We're going to start with the blush 260. We want to take this balloon, make 2 hands, a little raisin, which of course is just a balloon tied a bunch of times, and cutting out the knot, making that separate. And then there's going to be a little bit of scrap left to tie around that knot once it's inside the 646 and tie that head on. So, with one balloon, we're going to start by making the hands. Really simple. Tie it off, make sure it's in so you have the whole balloon. Make a small bubble, twist it off, and a pedal twist. This will make the hand. You're going to pop this off, but leave the air in it. Tie it off again. And just make sure that your first hand here is secure. So either tie it around the other nozzle or just tie it through the pedal twist. Perfect. There's the first hand. Make the second one, same thing. Little bubble. Pinch it. Pedal twist. Even. Tie it off. Break off. At this point, though, you no longer need to keep the air in the rest of the balloon. So make sure this is secure, tying it through. Now we're going to make our raisin, which is just tying the balloon 4 times and then cutting out the knot. So 1, 2 or 3 or 4, whatever works. And there we go. Now you've got this little scrap left over. You're going to set this to the side along with the knot and your 2 hands. So let's see, how long is Stewie's head? I'd say inflated about this much. The head can vary in size a little bit. It's not too big of a deal. Just tie one end off. And this is very tricky. You have to make a tiny little ear pinch twist with the corner of this. So it takes a little manipulation, but oh. There we go. Got it. Okay, once you got a bubble, you tie that off with the nozzle. Maybe twice, just to make sure. And then cut off that nozzle. Get one ear. We're going to make the other. But before we do that, we're going to snip off the end and pop in the little knot. This will be going at the base of the head once the entire head is sculpted. Put that in. Oh. Okay, it's all in there. We'll tie it off at the end again. We're going to be making another one of these 646 pinch twists. Tie it off. Again, work that in. Oh. Try to make the ears even. There we go. Tie it off. Again, tie it, double knot it, and cut off the ends. Pinch the middle bottom portion of the head, and you will find your knot down there. So you're going to want to pinch that while it's right here. So find your knot. Make sure it's in the center there. See, I can't exactly show you, but trust me, I'm grabbing it right now. You're going to take that final piece of scrap from your blush, and I'm cheating here. I'm using my teeth, but wrap it around real tight. And then knot it. You want to make sure there's a little spot, a little strap coming down on each side so that you can tie it into the body. On to the body portion, and with the yellow 260, we form the shirt and the buttons. These 2 right here, all from the same balloon. Begin with the pinch twist. This one's going to support the hand on the arm. We'll do about a 4.5 to 5 finger cylinder twist here, a little bit shaped in, maybe a little soft. 2 pinch twists will help stabilize the head, tie it right in, acts as the neck. Do this carefully, and you're going to want to tie it all into itself, but be very careful because it has a tendency to leak. Now we're not going to make another arm yet, we're going to make a pedal twist. This will be tucked down, little pedal like that, maybe 3.5 fingers. Twist it carefully. And come around. With the other arm. 4.5. And a pinch twist. A little bit of air out. Tie this off because this will form the 2 buttons. And make sure this is secure. Turn this into this. Inflate your 2 red 260s and maybe 6 fingers of tail on these. Each one begins the same way with the stabilization pinch twist. You'll see that on the side of the design. Partially obscured by the buttons too, which makes it look a little better. So, side. And the body width is kind of up to you. It's easier the bigger it is because then this pedal twist will go in easier. But I'd say about 4.5 fingers. Like that. I'm going to apply 1 pinch twist into the groove of the other balloon. And come back with another matching cylinder twist. At this point, we're going to make the straps on the overalls that will wrap around this yellow 260 portion. So the trick is to get it nice and soft, able to wrap around without being too big and without it being too small as well. So it takes a little bit of practice to get it perfect, but just kind of squeeze a 3.5 finger, maybe a little bit bigger, almost 4, about that size, and you should be good with that. You're going to come down, but you're going to first do the other one on the other side. Lift them up, bring it around, make a bubble, tiny, maybe 1 finger. You're going to do that on each side, and another small pinch twist. Small bubble on this side, and a small pinch twist. Okay, we're going to cross over again with, I would say, pretty much the same, if not smaller, cylinder twist. So 4.5, maybe 4 fingers. Tie it in. Come down, and just do the same thing with the other balloon. Now for the legs. There's probably a couple different ways to do this. I'm going to show you the way that I actually designed it, and maybe you can improve upon it. But I'm going to come down maybe 3.5 fingers. I'm going to make a pinch twist to attach the feet, and then come back up through here. So let me show you. I'm going to do this. Right there. Measure it out, about 4, 3.5. Make a pinch twist. Come back up with one that's slightly smaller than this, and then pop off. But you want to leave a nice tail. Let go. And you're going to come up through the middle of the body. Let me move this right through there. Nice and tight. Grab the side. Got the loose portion, pull it up tight, and tie it right around this pinch twist. Let go. Just like that. Now do this on the other side. The shoes are easy. You make 2 from 1 balloon. Pinch twist. About that size. Pedal twist. Tie that in. Break this off, and you're going to make another one with the leftover piece. However, you do want to make sure that you tie this one off first. Take those blue shoes and attach them to the body. With the red pinch twist coming out the bottom. This is probably the trickiest part, taking the yellow shirt. You're going to take the pedal twist, think we'll stick that in first. It helps if you grab the sides here and kind of push this down with your thumbs gently. Many tiny movements rather than few large deliberate movements. Okay, let's gently stick this through. It's a tight fit. The looser, of course, these are, the better. Even the tightest can be done with subtle manipulations. Compounded. Okay, take the next one, shove it through. Twist on those hands with the yellow pinch twist, facing backward. Fasten his buttons to the top, pinch twist only. Partially obscure this right here. And the design is complete with the attachment of the head. Grab that little scrap. You want this pretty tight. All the way through a couple of times. And the head balances right on the overall straps and those two pinch twists. Before we do the faces, I do want to show you real quick, this is the all 260 version. Just make the shoes with a pale blue 260, and for the head, it's 5 cylinder twists, a pinch twist on each side, and to connect it, you can either tie it on or make these 2 small cylinder twists that form a bifurcated triangle, or an angle, and just tie it into those 2 pinch twists. So it's pretty much the same design except for those 2 elements. Stewie has a multitude of expressions, but we're going to focus on one just to give you the idea. To create perfectly round eyes, simply take a bottle cap, place it in the proper position, and trace around it with a Sharpie. Here are the finished Stewies, each with an angled nose, 9 strands of hair atop the head, and a little smirk. I negated the use of a white paint pen on the all 260s model to retain its accessibility. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. Please subscribe to me, Balloon Sage, by clicking the link in the description. I've got a huge variety of original designs that I know you will love.